Hello YouTube, welcome to the channel if you're new here, and welcome back if you're a returning viewer. Thanks for coming either way, we're glad to have you here. In this video we're going to be installing the rain guards for the windows here, and we're going to be installing the in channel, not the stick-on. And we're doing this because I don't like dealing with having to remove all the glue if you ever decide to sell this vehicle, not to mention the stick-ons versus the in channels. Stick-ons, you could be going down the highway, if the glue's starting to loosen up, they come flying off, and then you gotta go buy another set, or they're lost on the side of the road, or they get hit by another car and damaged. You get the idea. Not good things there. But if you use the end channels, then they tend to stay in your windows until you decide to take them out. Once in a while the glue may come loose after a couple years, at which point you just pull them out, get you some 3M, which I'll link to down in the description, tape, and put it back on the tabs, put it back up, roll your windows up, wait the few hours to a day for cure time for it, then you're right back to where you started. No big deal. And they're not going to fall out while you're going down the road. If they start to get loose, you can roll the window up until you get to where you're going, and they won't go anywhere. And the end channels usually give you a little indicator when they're coming loose versus necessarily the stick-ons. If a front edge like over here was to come loose on it, you're going down the highway, the wind catches that lip and rips the whole thing off, and again then it's gone. Versus an end channel sits right here in your window channel, stays where it's supposed to. So enough of me yakking, let's cover what we're going to be doing here. This is the AVS full set for our 2014 Silverado 1500 LT crew cab. We went with Auto Vent Shade because, one, they are a good company with a long history of making decent to good products and can't complain. I usually use WeatherTech. They do not have a veterans discount, but since I bought these through AutoZone, got to use my veterans discount and got these for $45 after discount and taxes, I believe it was, and it was going to be $100 period through WeatherTech. So I decided not to go with WeatherTech this time. We're going to give Auto Vent Shade another chance, see how they do. We'll give it a few months, maybe a year, and then we'll do a follow-up video and let you know if these held up as good as the WeatherTechs or not. So we'll see. Enough of me yakking, let's get to the install. And when it comes to what you're going to need in tools for this job, this is it. You may want a knife or a pair of scissors just to cut the plastic. Don't really need that though. There's one of our rears. Our other rear. One of our fronts. Our other front. Alright, so I've got one ding on this for packaging. The protective tape came off of that tab. Other than that, that's it. And now we've got them off. Now we can put them on. Alright, so in the kit they also give you alcohol wipes and a Scotch pad. So let's cover this step of the install, as you'll need to do this on each of the windows for best adhesion, because even though these are in channel, they do still adhere to the inside of this. So the purpose of the Scotch brake pad is you're just going to take it, get it kind of in the groove here, and just kind of scuff it up a little bit. That helps remove any potential stuck on dirt. And we're just going to work our way around. As we get down here to the bottom, you'll see there actually was stuff in there. So I'm going to come back down on this side again, come out the bottom. There we go. Nothing came out that time. So now that nothing came out of here this time, we're good. Alright, so now that we've done the Scotch-Brite around the edge, we've cleaned any debris off of that, now we're going to take the alcohol wipe that they give us, which they give you one for each window. So you take your alcohol wipe out, and again, you just go back in along this where it's going to seat. Clean the bottom side. Then come back inside your seal here. Work your way around the inside. Now, if their little pad isn't enough to really get as much of the dirt as you need out, you could also use a microfiber cloth with 70% rubbing alcohol on it, and it'll do the same job, because depending on how long it's been since you've actually cleaned the channel of your window, you might have a lot of dirt in there. This one's actually not as bad as I was expecting. I have stopped getting blackout, but you can see what it did look like. Now granted, I've only had this truck for about 1 to 2 weeks so far. We'll do a little more in-depth what I think of the truck video once we get into it. I am a little bit biased. I'm a Chevy guy, born and raised, so tend to stick to Chevy when it comes to my trucks, even though obviously you all know, don't stick to Chevy when it comes to my cars. Now that we have all the prep work done for this window, we're going to take our visor, and to make sure that you've got the correct visor for the correct window, if you look up here, you'll see this side's curved, and as we come over here, this side's a little more squared off. Now as we look at our visor, this side's curved, and this side's a little more squared off. Isn't it interesting how that lines up? So, to put this in, well, alright, so now that I finally got the tape off of this, don't forget to take off any other plastic or tapes that may be on here. Then get your square side seated in first. Ease up to your rounded side. Make sure you've got that all the way where you want it. And now we'll roll the window up to seat it. So to roll this up, get your window get the window almost to it. Then you will need to pull up and out just a little bit on this. Get it seated all the way. Yep. And once you've double checked that it's where you want it, you'll have to leave this window closed for the next, they say on the packaging with this tape that comes with it from the factory, to leave it for 72 hours before you open the window to make sure that all the glue adheres properly all the way around. So that's it for this back window. Do the same thing on the other side, and then we'll come back and show you how to do the front. Alright, so with the back done, now we're going to do the front passenger side window. Again, pretty much the same process. Take our Scotch pad, Clean out the whole channel. If you get too much stuff on it, you can just kind of rub it like this on your blue jeans, and it'll take that off so you can get back to doing this without having debris on it. Because the idea is to get all the debris out of the channel. That's that one. Now, we'll take our little alcohol wipe. So now we've got that whole track cleaned out. Now for this one, we're actually going to start seating it in the front, like this. Drop it into the channel, and push it up. And when you push up on these, you kind of need to push up and out to get the glue seated. Then, just like before, make sure we've got it fully seated. And there's that one done. So now we'll do the same thing to the other side. Then we'll wrap this video up. Well, that wraps it up for this video. We showed you how to install the rain guards on the 2014 Silverado 1500 LT Crew Cab. Hope you found something in here informative, helpful, or useful. If you did or enjoyed just watching this video in general, feel free to hit the subscribe and the like down below. We'll have links in the description to everything that we used in this video, so check that out if you have any questions. Please feel free to leave any comments, positive or constructive. Negative comments don't help anybody. So thanks for coming, and a little reminder on that like and subscribe, they're free. They don't cost you anything, but it helps the channel substantially. So thanks again. Have a great day.